welcome back to Two Old Crows Homestead. Shelly here. So, I got some things this week, and I wanted to share those with you. I got some bare root trees in, and so I'm going to start with this one right here. This is kind of a hot mess. However, these trees were free. The conservation thing here in our county, nature conservatory, something like that, in the county that we live in, we're giving these away for free. And normally when they have, you know, like the, what am I trying to think of? The extension office, like the farm office or whatever. Here we call it the county extension office. Normally when they give away trees, you go and they'll tell you that they have a list of different kinds of trees, but you don't know what you're going to get. They just give you one tree and you go on about your business. But the ones that the I'm not saying that right. I will look it up and put it right here. The ones that they were giving away was a whole group of trees. So I think I ended up with 9. They were giving away a cypress tree, a flowering dogwood, a white pine, a red oak, I think. And then they were also giving away pecan and persimmon, but those 2 trees, they gave us 2 of them because they have to have, you know, another one with them to pollinate them. So, yeah, I think I ended up with 8 or 9 trees. However, I have no idea what is what. Randy brought this bag home, and this is how it looked. Right here. In the bag. Here's all the trees, roots, everything. So, what my plan is, well, one thing, I've downloaded an app on my phone that hopefully I can tell from the bark which one is which. But I don't know. But since these are dormant, you know, you get bare root trees and they're you order them in the wintertime so you can get them while they're dormant. These need to be kind of rehydrated. That's not the right word. They don't need to be rehydrated, but they're dried out, and I'm going to put them in here and leave them for a couple hours so they can get, the roots can get damp. And since they're in their dormant state right now, it doesn't really hurt them to be this way, but you don't want them to be this way for a long period of time. So I'm going to stick them in here. I wonder if this is the cypress, because that has some serious roots on it. I don't know why I think a cypress has more roots. I don't know. But, yeah. So we're going to put that down in there. Come on. And then I'm going to run some just lukewarm water over them. I'm going to let it get warm. Not really warm, just kind of lukewarm. And I'm going to let them sit in that for a couple hours. So while that's warming up, I don't know if you can hear me well or not, but another thing that I wanted to point out, if you're looking for trees, here we go. Trees are super expensive. And I think that a lot of people think that, you know, you need to go and get the, you know, like the ones they have at the big box stores that are in a pot and they've already got leaves on them and all that stuff. And those are great, but bare root trees will do just as well in your area as those will. But one of the places that I checked out, and I got this tip from Billy from the Permaculture Pimpcast, he said to check out Etsy. So I did. And I was able to get it's a place down in Tennessee, I was able to get 5 mulberry and 2 elderberry. And I have elderberry, but I wanted some other varieties of elderberry. And so I was able to get those for, including shipping, right at $30. So that's 7 trees for right at 30 bucks. And that is a good deal. And they did a really good job shipping these. I will put a link to their website, or I'm sorry, their Etsy store, because I guess that's where you need to get them. And they had a ton of different trees listed on their Etsy store, not just these. But I will put a link to their Etsy store in the description down below, and you can go check them out as well. They did a really great job of packaging this because I cannot get into it. They've got it wrapped up in damp, yeah, here we go. I got it. They've got it wrapped up in damp newspaper, which is good to keep the roots damp. There we go. Well, and then they also, even though they shipped them all together, which is fine, oh, they're good clean roots too, they also put these little tags on here, 5 mulberries and 2 elderberries. So I'm just going to drop these down in here as well so they can kind of soak up some water. And then I'm going to leave them in here for a couple hours, and then I'll be back to show you what I'm going to do with them from here. So it has actually been, let me think about this. I put these in this water on Saturday. And I told you that I was going to leave them in the water for a couple hours. I'm sorry, the sun's in my face. It has now been a couple days. So it doesn't hurt them, because this is actually how, when I do elderberry cuttings and stuff like that, this is how I do it. So it's not hurting anything, but yeah, they've been in the water for a couple days. On Saturday, we had the military ball, so Crystal was getting ready for all of that. And so I just had not been able to get to it. So let's see, these 2 right here are elderberries that are different from the elderberries that I grow. And Randy is going to plant those up here in this area. I'll show you in just a minute. So I'm going to lay those out here because they're going to go in the ground right now. And then I have 5 mulberries. And since I know what those are, I'm thinking about taking those down and planting them in the food forest. Maybe today. We might do that today. I don't know. So I'm going to lay those out here. Actually, I'm going to lay them back here. The rest of these, if you remember straight, I told you Randy went and picked these up, and I don't know what they are because they're not labeled. So I'm going to put them in a pot and let them grow in that pot until they start, you know, producing leaves and stuff, and I can figure out what they are. I do know that there's a white pine, there's 2 pecans, there's 2 persimmons, there's a white dogwood, maybe a red oak, and I can't think of what the other one is. But we're just going to put those directly in dirt in a pot. Now, because these are dormant right now, they're going to be fine. So I'm just going to put them in the pot. One of them's a cypress. Alright. So this is another one of the trees. Not really sure what this is. But again, I'm hoping that it'll leaf out and I'll be able to tell what it is. So I'm going to set it down here in a pot and fill in the dirt all around it. We got our bipolar weather in Kentucky going on. It's like, I think it's 50 right now. It gets down to freezing at night. And then it's supposed to be 70 on Thursday, rain on Saturday, and snow on Sunday. Any of y'all live in Kentucky, you know what I'm talking about. It's craziness. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to get all of these potted up. all of the ones that we don't know what they are. And the rest of them we will get in the ground, and we'll do a food forest video pretty soon. I've got some blueberries coming in that I ordered, and I want to get those down there, but we'll do an update video on that pretty soon. And hopefully these will start leafing out and I'll be able to tell what I have. Hey, if anybody is going to Self-Reliance Festival this weekend, we're going to be down there. Hope to see you there. And we're going to be down there. Kentucky Sustainable Living is going to be down there.
Grumpy
Acres, Hacks for the Homesteader, Porterhouse and Teal. I think he's actually speaking. He's one of the speakers at Self-Reliance Festival. There's going to be all kinds of great speakers. Bear Independent and Dr. Ken Berry, and of course Nicole Sauce and John Willis, and there's just going to be all kinds of people there teaching and meeting people and all that kind of thing. So I hope to see y'all there. Randy and I will be there. Come say hey if you see us. I wanted to show you, as you can see, what's behind me. This is a hot mess. So the previous owners had a flower bed going through here. There's actually, underneath all of this is this layer of black plastic, but it's not like a flexible plastic. It's, what's going on?
Guinea flew out and they went to chasing and flew back in.
Oh. It's kind of a heavy duty black plastic. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's all down through there, and then there's rock on top of it, and then there's some places that they planted some stuff, and then there's some wild stuff coming up through here. There's actually, in the springtime, we get wild lettuce that comes up through here. But my plan is, Sam and Clayton, our daughter and son-in-law, came down and straightened up our garage for us, and I had all of these boxes in the back of the garage, and so they're out here now, and it's fine if they get rained on or whatever, because I'm going to rip up that plastic. I'm probably going to leave the rocks there, but I'm going to rip up that plastic, and I'm going to start putting down cardboard. And then we've got wood chips over there. I'm going to put wood chips down. I'm going to bring up compost from our chicken tractor on steroids as we make that. I'm going to bring that up here, and this is going to turn into my herb garden. So that is the plan. We get the afternoon, obviously you see there's shade here, but in the morning the sun comes up that way, and you have really good sun here, and but it's not the whole day thing. So I'm thinking that I could even get away with planting like cold crops like lettuce and stuff like that, and maybe extend that harvest a little bit just because it doesn't get sun all day long. And then I'm going to clean out this side of it, and my goal is to make like a pathway down through here, and then on either side of it it's just going to be all things that we can come out here and harvest. Those two elderberries I'm going to put up there. Randy just showed you a little patch right there where those are going to go, and then that's the goal. So this is definitely going to be a long-term work in progress. Sometimes I get really bent out of shape because I want things done and I don't get them done as quickly as I want to, and I want to enjoy this whole process of doing this because I really feel like I can make this something beautiful that I enjoy spending time in, and so that's my goal. So it's not like, you know, this is like in 2 weeks you're going to see this whole totally done and planted out with herbs or whatever. It's going to be a work in progress, so, or process, whatever you can call that. So yeah, don't get torqued up if you don't get your things done as quickly as you want to. I know sometimes it can be a mess, and Randy doesn't like coming out here and seeing these cardboard boxes piled up here, but it'll be okay. Yeah, God bless you. Have a great day.